The skills you actually need to navigate life.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
What are these essential life skills? Why do they feel, I don't know, more important now than ever? And crucially, how do you actually get good at them?
Right.
So our mission today is to try and cut through the noise, pull out the most powerful nuggets of knowledge from all this material, and help you understand the surprisingly diverse toolkit required to really make the most out of life and deal effectively with its challenges.
And what's really fascinating right from the start, looking at these sources, is that the specific list of essential life skills, it isn't fixed at all.
Oh, interesting.
It can look incredibly different depending on your life circumstances, your culture, your age, even where you live.
Right, like a teenager versus an adult.
Exactly. The skills a teenager needs are different from what an adult requires, or say someone in a big city versus someone in the countryside. But even with all that variation, there is definitely common ground. There are fundamentals.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Kicking off with that common ground. What exactly are we even talking about when we say life skills?
Good question.
The sources give us a broad, but I think useful definition. Basically, any skill that is helpful in your life, especially those you need to deal well and effectively with life's challenges.
So, pretty broad.
Yeah, you can think about the simple stuff, tying your shoes, learning to ride a bike, maybe driving a car eventually. Those are definitely useful skills.
And absolutely foundational.
But the term stretches way, way beyond just those practical basics into much more complex abilities, doesn't it?
It really does. And to give this some structure, there's a framework that gets mentioned a lot from the World Health Organization, actually back in 1999. And they identified 6 key areas. These are communication and interpersonal skills, decision-making and problem-solving, creative thinking, and critical thinking.
Critical thinking. We'll come back to that.
Definitely. Then self-awareness and empathy, and they specifically highlight these as key parts of emotional intelligence.
Right, EQ.
Then assertiveness and equanimity, which is basically, self-control. And finally, resilience and the ability to cope with problems.
Wow. That list really hits you with how broad this topic actually is. It's not just like knowing how to cook or manage money.
No, not at all.
It's this deep internal and relational stuff too.
Yeah.
I think the key takeaway from that framework, for me anyway, is realizing life skills covers cognitive, emotional, and social abilities alongside the practical ones.
It's holistic, really.
And one source suggests that while the specific skills might shift, study skills when you're in school, maybe parenting skills later on, perhaps the most important life skill of all isn't even a specific skill, but just the ability and the willingness to learn.
The meta skill.
Exactly. The idea that learning isn't just for school, it's like this continuous lifelong thing.
That willingness to keep learning,
Huh?
it feels like the absolute bedrock, doesn't it? It's the skill that lets you pick up all the others.
Totally agree.